half of the battle, or is it actually the tip of the iceberg? Today, we are talking about awareness. All of the juiciness and the truth about awareness. Let's go. Welcome to Empress Expressions. My name is Amber and I am the Empress here. So today I want to talk about awareness. I want to talk about like the truth of it, right? It's complex. Like really unfolding the truth and understanding of awareness is super complex. Like I personally, awareness is really not all that it's cracked up to be, right? Everybody, I'm aware, I'm woke, whatever that is. It sometimes is not all that it's cracked up to be. So we're going to get into that today. So the first thing I have here is awareness without action is ineffective. So being aware of a problem or need for change without taking concrete steps to address can lead to stagnation. So like, for example, I'll use myself for example. If I am aware about something within myself that I want to change, right? So say I'm doing some shadow work. I've become aware of a shadow aspect of myself. Now, if I don't take action to either integrate that shadow side or decide that I'm going to leave that piece of me behind, it's ineffective. Like there has to be concrete steps that should be taken in order to really use the benefit and the gift of awareness, right? Like it kind of keeps me in a neutral space, right? Awareness is very neutral. Now that we're in this right now talking about it, awareness feels very neutral. It's like the scales are balanced. You're not taking a position. You are the scale. There is a state of awareness. It's how I see it. So if I'm noticing something in myself, I'm aware that I can be controlling. I'm aware that I can be stubborn, or whatever it is that you can be aware of within yourself. I know that I'm aware that I can be super nurturing. I know that I'm aware of how touchy-feely, like the awareness of yourself. Now, if I want to change that thing about myself, that's going to require some steps, understanding, accepting, like there's a process that has to happen. So awareness is very, very neutral, very, very neutral. So, there has to be action, right? If not, then it's straight up ineffective. Like the scales are not moving. They're what they are. The second thing that I have here is potential misinformation and confusion. So what I wrote down was we are in the age of information overload, right? Age of Aquarius, straight up. Awareness can sometimes be based on information or a partial picture of the reality. So for example, this is the example that I have for you. Vaccines. So like there's all this hype, all this talk about vaccines, especially since COVID came around, and even before COVID, like there's always been talk around vaccines. But right now, a lot of talk around vaccines. And because we are in the age of information overload, there's a lot of hesitance around vaccines. You have some people that are in the extreme of, I got to get all the vaccines, I got to get all the boosters, everybody I know got to be vaccinated, And you have other people on the other side that are just like, I'm not doing it. Like, I don't know what that is, and There's so much information, right? And so becoming aware of something can lead to a lot of misinformation and straight up confusion, like straight up chaos, which brings me to the awareness and how it can be overwhelming and paralyzing at times, right? Too much awareness, like on a large scale, when it comes to like climate change, social injustice, can cause feelings of helplessness and paralysis. Instead of inspiring action to be taken, right? So the example that I have here is consuming news, like watching the news on a regular. if you are one that watches the news, or you have ever watched the news, you understand what I'm talking about when I say the news has a lot of, it's very biased, right? And not even so much like, I'm not talking about political views or anything like that. I'm just talking about the information that's put out can be somewhat fear-based. It can cause a lot of fear and anxiety, and it's a lot of information, and it's usually one side of it. So that goes back to like that partial picture of reality, right? But consuming the news can be overwhelming, especially like if you're seeing stuff that's happening across the globe or even in your neighborhood, and it can be so overwhelming that it will paralyze you to where you're unable to take action. You don't know which way to go, right? Not only are you receiving a lot of information, some being misinformation, some being biased information, and it's confusing you, but it's overwhelming you, like literally overwhelming your nervous system to the point where you're stuck. You're stuck in place. You're stuck in stuckness, you know? And so awareness, like I said, it's a powerful thing to have and have the ability to access, right? And having awareness is amazing, but it comes with other pieces. There's a lot of different aspects when it comes to awareness. And the more that I create content, the more aware I become of certain things. And when I'm like doing my notes and doing my different little research and study and stuff to pull this content together for you all, the more aware I become, and I realize that I'm like, awareness is not all that it's cracked up to be. Like, it will literally sit you down and have you stuck in place. It will have you confused. It will have you not moving with action. And also, just because you're aware of something doesn't mean that you're doing anything. That's the first step, is to become aware of it, right? Now you've got to make sure you have the correct information and you can see the big picture of it, So I thought this was really, when I received, I was creating some content a couple weeks ago, and every time like I'm in it and I'm, either talking to you all or I'm doing my notes in preparation to create the content, awareness, just that word keeps flashing. It keeps flashing at me. And I was like, let's talk about awareness. And I feel like there's going to be some more content that I download and speak on around awareness, because I feel like it's, awareness is like a highly talked about thing, and like it's a word that kind of bounces around a lot, like woke or meditation or spirituality. But awareness has depth to it, right? It has a lot of depth to it. So I wanted to start off by just kind of unfolding these truths about awareness and just bring this, my thoughts and my ideas to the forefront when it comes to awareness. So if you are resonating with this, if you like this content, drop some stuff down in the comments below. Emojis, just letting me know that you're here, letting me know you resonate. Of course, good vibes only. So yeah, let me know. And then also I have the ebook series that I've been talking about, for those of you that have been around. That's going to be dropping here soon. It's an intro book, which this ebook is really about, it's the framework it's within Empress Expressions, but it's the coaching aspect of Empress Expressions, and just the different ways that activating your soul wisdom for women specifically can really help you heal sexual trauma, tap into your purpose, figure out what you're here to do, your purpose is, if that's the case, feeling deeply into your emotions and into your body, honoring and respecting your inner masculine as a woman, So that book is going to touch on several different points that I utilize and I talk about in my coaching, in the coaching part of Empress Expressions. And so then, of course, I am a living soul profiler. I'm certified and ordained, so if you're interested in getting your report, that link is in the description box below. And going back to the ebook series, my email is in the description box. So if you're interested in that, send me an email, let me know who you are and that you're interested in the book. Also, then if you like it, clearly if you're still here, you're vibing with me. So like this video, share and subscribe if you feel called to. And until next time, I send you peace, I send you light, and I send you love. Bye.